and-WOAH here, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to make stages in Mugen. It's been a long time since I've done a Mugen video. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But I got my new laptop, or I stopped doing Mugen, because you remember my failure of a project known as Smash Masters. But I stopped doing Mugen after that for a while. Not necessarily stopped, but didn't really work on anything, just did it for fun. Then I got a new laptop and forgot all about it. But a while ago, I re-got Mugen. It's this new version, but what I'm about to show you works the same way as in the old version. So, excuse the fact that there's not a lot of stuff in here, and that's all messed up. But anyway, so how to make stages for Mugen. I'm making this for two reasons. One, because there's a lot of tutorials on the computer and the internet and all that are more confusing than it needs to be. This is going to be a very, very simple way to make a stage, but it works. So as you can see here, this is going to be our stage, not a normal idea for a stage, but whatever. If you look at the attributes, it's 638 by 400. I think 400, I always try to make it at least 400. I don't know why, but I think I heard that's like the ideal height. Or 400 or higher, necessarily, not any lower than 400. I want to make sure this is out of the way. Okay, so you've got your picture. It needs to be I just want to make sure I'm getting, a bitmap. You could do 256 bitmap. And then you want to go in the Fighter Factory. You'll notice that in Fighter Factory I'm using the Fighter Factory Classic, which is basically the old version of Fighter Factory. Because in the new version, everything looks different on the interface. So if you have the old version or Classic, then follow along. If you have the new version, just look up Fighter Factory Classic and get that. So you want to click on the palettes edit and then open up an image and find your stage. Or you want to change this to bitmap and then find your stage. So up in this corner, notice your stage. If you need to rewind or pause the video, that's fine because that might go a little fast. It's all there, and then click this blue screen and click optimize, and this will automatically become a bunch of colors. This is the only reason this is a black, white, and shades of gray is because that's what this image is. It'll become the palette of your image. That's why it needs to be at least a 256 bitmap so it can all fit in here. And then you want to click save image. The reason you need to do this is because this way you can save it as a PCX image and Pokemon Battle. Save that. Go ahead and X this out, and then move over to sprites. We're already in sprites, but whatever. Move over to sprites, and you want to click Open PCX. So the only reason we did that was to open this, being able to open this. So you can see that you have your image here, and there's, in the middle of the screen, there's this plus. Where this plus is, the middle line of the plus, so there's the horizontal line and the vertical line. The vertical line is where their feet will be. So go ahead and put that wherever you want the players to be standing. The middle of the screen is where it's going to start. So I'm going to say right on the edge of this S, and down, 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 move it over a tiny bit. I want them standing in the middle of that. Move it over a tiny bit. So that's where they're going to be standing. It's that simple. Then you want to go back over here and click this save that says SFF, and go ahead and save that to the desktop. Pokemon Battle. Save. There's two options here. Pick individual palette and click OK. And you don't want to close this just yet. Now you want to get out calculator, even though we're not going to use it quite yet, but you're going to need it in a second. Okay, now another thing you're going to need for this tutorial that there's a chance you might no longer have is when you first downloaded Mugen, you got stage 0, otherwise known as the training room. You want to make a copy of it. If you don't have it, I'll in the description, I'll go ahead and paste all this stuff, and then you can just copy and paste it, into your own thing. But you need all this to make your stage. It looks like a lot, but don't get worried, it's super easy. Up in here, the name, it says training room. You don't have to change that, but I will. Pokemon Battle. Display name, this is the name that's going to be displayed when you're choosing a stage. This one, you don't have to change name, but you really, really, really need to change, or you don't. You don't need to change the display name, but it's advised so you know what stage you're picking, of course. Duh. Don't be stupid. So display name is the, at the bottom of the screen where it shows you what stage you're picking, that's what you're picking. I feel as if I'm going way too fast, but I'm not. Then you want to go down here, bound left and bound right, so it's right under that. Go into Fighter Factory and open up your calculator. You notice down here it says image size whatever times whatever px. So the first one's 638. You want to divide that by 3, and that equals 212.66666. That's obviously a decimal, so you want to round it. If you don't know the rules of rounding, if it's 5 or up, 212 would go to 213. If it's 4 or lower, this first number here, it would stay 212. So that means this is going to be 213. So that means bound left is negative 213. Bound right is just 213. So then you want to go a little more down. You don't even need to scroll to bound high, bound low. Bound low is at 0. You want to go ahead and leave that. For bound high, you want to take your second number, which is 400, and you want to put in 240 minus 400. So you're going to end up with a negative number, which is negative 160. That's what you're going to want to put into here. I also find 400 a good number to use because you don't even need to do this. You can remember that it's 160. Then you want to continue to scroll down until you get to, where is it? To main background definition. It's going to say SPR equals stage 0.SSF. You want to exit or backspace the stage 0, and you want to put the name of your SSF file that you saved. So mine is Pokemon Battle. The SSF, if you don't understand, is the image we saved. This thing. This is the SSF. Or SFF. I'm sorry, I said SSF. It's SFF. Not even sure what that stands for, but we named it Pokemon Battle. So you want to type in Pokemon space Battle. You have to make sure, just like when you're inserting stages and characters in music, that you get the name of the stage exactly the same. You want to scroll down even more until you get to the very bottom, where it's going to say BG1 type normal sprite no equals 0, 1. You want to space out, or you want to backspace that 1 and put in a 0, and then file, save. You can X out your calculator, you can X out Fighter Factory, and now for the stage 0 thing we just have, I'm going to rename that Pokemon Battle, just so you know what it is. You can X that out, open up Mugen, and do what you'd normally do, and put in these stages. So if you want, that's also how you would put in a stage. Like I didn't make this stage, I got it off the internet. So you would just take the SSF file and the def file, put it in there. And go to data, select all the way down to stages. You can go ahead and put it right there. So stages backslash Pokemon space battle .def. File, save. Let's make sure that worked before we continue. And as you can see,
here we go! Round 1. Fight.
it loops here at the end. I'm not entirely sure why, and it doesn't happen with every stage I make, but most of the time it does. And I try to fix that. If anyone does leave a comment in the description, or not, I feel like an idiot, leave a comment. Because I'm not sure how to fix that. But for a stage like this, it's not necessarily that big a deal, and I'm pretty sure that if you make the width and all that, or no, if you make the stage longer, that probably won't happen. I'm going to X that out because we're not quite done yet. We want to add more. The only other thing that we're going to add is music. We don't need this anymore, the PCX image, so you can delete that. Music is easy. Basically, you need any MP3 file. I'm going to use this. So any MP3 file. If you remember in a very old video I told you about DVD VideoSoft. DVD Video Soft, the free studio, can do YouTube to MP3. So basically you can look up any song on YouTube you want to use and download it as an MP3 file and use that in Mugen, which is very convenient. That's how I got every single one of these. So then you can drag it into here, and then you want to rename, or rename, I don't know why that one is at the end. So then rename it, and then you want to copy all that and exit this. Then you want to go back to your stages. Sorry if you hear any swallowing noises, my throat feels dry. Open up the .def file, which is the file with all the stuff in it. Scroll down until you find, obviously, music. Then it says BG music equals and then nothing. So after the equal sign, you want space, sound, backslash, paste the name of your song, .mp3. File, save, XX. Test if that worked.
Here we go! Round 1. Fight.
And you can hear it working in the background. Just to be clear, music occasionally can mess up and like lower in pitch. This isn't the song messing up in Mugen, this is how the song sounds for the remix. But yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. That was actually a very quick video.